Good morning, Jerry Wires, Mayor of Glendale. This morning, early this morning, we're actually up at City Hall, and myself and the entire council is here. We're actually going to drive these tractors behind me, antique tractors, from a tractor association that's been part of Glendale for an awful long time. We're going to Saguaro Ranch Park, and I can't remember the whole name of the tractor association. It's a big, long name, but we'll get that for you in a little bit. And hopefully you'll learn some things about this association, what these folks have done for Glendale, and what they've done for Saguaro Ranch Park. So I think it's going to be a good show today, so stay tuned.
It's time to go. We got, what was it John Wayne said? We're burning the sun.
It was a lot of fun, though. I've never even been on a tractor, so they're much easier to drive than I thought. It was pretty easy.
A man who I grew up with, known him since I was 5 years old, Larry Rovey, is one of the people that helped put this event on, founded it years ago. First time I think we've ever driven the tractors from City Hall all the way up in a parade. And I was lucky, I drove one of Larry's tractors. I didn't damage it. Almost did, but it was fun. People stopped, they were waving at us the whole way. And having it up here, people are lined up. I was watching them pull some of the old plows behind the tractors for demonstrations. It's been fantastic.
But that's the great thing about Saguaro Ranch Park here, is that we've been able to preserve the history, not just like when we were kids, but going clear back to the 1880s. So it just is a great park, and but it's terrific. It's a great exploration of history, and of course the activity today with the antique tractors and the antique gas engines, just a ton of family fun.
This is what you do to one that's been sitting for 100 years.
Yeah.
Better get it straightened out and running.
All right, well, Jerry Wires, Mayor of Glendale, back with you out here at Saguaro Ranch Park. I'm with Joanna. She one of the city employees, one of the caretakers of Saguaro Ranch Park, and obviously have my grandson with me, Connor. Having a good day. It's beautiful out here. It's actually almost getting a little bit warm, but that's what makes this event nice. Joanna, tell us a little bit about the Tractor Club. That really is what I'm trying to feature, but how they work with and how they help the city of Glendale and Saguaro Ranch Park.
Okay. Well, the Arizona Early Days Gas Engine and Tractor Association has been putting on this show out here at Saguaro Ranch for the last 25 years. They come out every February and they have their tractor pulls, and people get to walk around and look at the antique tractors, and they have their parades. And what they really do, how they really enhance this site, is that they continue that legacy of agricultural development that was founded in the 1880s in the Glendale area. Throughout the year, they come out and help us with school groups where students get to look at the various kinds of tractors and how they've developed over the years, and they get to participate in plowing, that kind of thing. The group also plows our demonstration field and plants it every year so that we always have the wonderful corn crop or cotton crop every year. They keep a number of their tractors and other agricultural equipment out here so that visitors all year long get to look at those kinds of things as well.
You know, when we were coming in with the parade, the council and myself, we'd noticed that there was a lot of steam engines and some of the very early single engine engines, not tractors, but just engines out there, and they had belts hooked to them, and they were running all sorts of different types of things. Plus, I guess they have an auction that they use to help promote their own club, kind of raise money for the different things they do. But I noticed a lot of other things going on. Can you just briefly talk about some of the other things going on? This is a lot of stuff going on.
Right, we actually have another partnership with the Glendale Historical Society, and they're operating tours today in our guest house and the Adobe House. And then our own staff and volunteers are operating self-guided tours in the main house today as well. So there's just always a lot going on around here.
Now, this is an annual event.
Annual event.
And is there a normal weekend that it's done on?
It is always the second weekend in February.
Second weekend in February. Okay, and I can't remember the name because it's a name about 2 miles long, but what's the name of the club?
They are the Arizona Early Days Gas Engine and Tractor Association.
A great partner for the city, a great partner helping you folks out here. My understanding early on, they really were instrumental in getting this park established, taking some of the history and maintaining that history. Is that correct?
Absolutely. They were part of the early design process when the city acquired this ranch several years ago. And they were the ones who helped bring, some of their members helped bring our reconstructed well house along with another great community partner, SRP. They've been very instrumental in helping with the irrigation and some of the landscaping out here as well.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you right now. So we'll get back with you folks a little bit later. I don't know if Connor will be with me. He's getting kind of tired, so he may take a cowboy nap here pretty soon. But with that, stay tuned. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you.
Well, anytime you see a tractor, you have to have it. Oh, an old tractor. If it's got rust on it, you have to have it. Preservation of old equipment. You know, that's the big thing. I hate to see everything jumped out. You know, you know that those old tractors, they have history. You know, and you see the development of it. And even though did some farming, I farmed with modern equipment, but then, you know, you just kind of lose out, you know, with that old stuff. It's different. Yeah, it was a lot of work, you know, but it was great.
Well, this one 1949. I've got 2 more 1949 WDs at home too yet, back in Minnesota. And there's some out here back in the 30s that and then they got some old steel wheelers that way back in the teens. They go forever to take care of them.